Welcome back to the channel. I haven't made a video in a little bit. I just wanted to bring one up for tomorrow because tomorrow is going to be a big day and the NASDAQ has been selling off, and I don't think you should be buying the dip overnight tonight if that's what you were planning, because if you look at the overall QQQ, it's been very weak. And if we actually bring up the charts and take a look at just the last month, just to put things into perspective, we had a monster sell-off when everything was going on in Russia and they were announcing the news that Russia was invading Ukraine. And you saw this massive sell-off from 340 all the way down to 315. And now it's back up here again. But tomorrow's a big day because you have Powell speaking, and Powell is going to be speaking at, I believe, 10 o'clock. Yeah, so Wednesday at 10 o'clock. And anytime this man speaks, the market sells off. So I'm going to be probably looking to take a position tomorrow, but you have to have a longer term outlook or even like a week swing trade outlook, because every time he speaks, the market sells off because he's talking about inflation and all that fancy stuff. So when they talk about all these interest rates rising, etc., that's going to create uncertainty into the market. But I just want to bring this to your attention that there should be some volatility here. Maybe in the morning we'll start off red, maybe we'll start off green, who knows? But the minute that this man starts talking, it's going to get very volatile. It always does. So it's just something that I think you should definitely, be looking out for. And if you're buying up here, there's nothing that says that we are, actually bullish now. If you look at the overall market, you look at the past 6 months, the 200 EMA is this green line, and it is trading well below that 360 for QQQ. So you just want to be very careful. So I'm going to hope that there's a massive sell-off and I can buy QQQ. But instead of trading this one, I just like to buy 1Q because I can buy more shares, because this is expensive, 340. Now they both follow each other. It's the same exact thing, but I just like using Fidelity's 1Q. So I'm going to hope to if 1Q goes in this region around $50, 50.5 or 51, that's where I'm going to look to make an entry most likely. But we'll obviously play it and see it how it goes. And for all your risk takers out there playing triple Q, which I love playing them, but if I'm not directly going to be at the computer, I'm not going to buy TQQ, because this money, this leverage can basically just wither away over time. So you don't want to be doing that unless it's a strict trade, which is nothing wrong with that. But just want to bring that up to point that QQQ really is at big risk tomorrow for a sell-off, and then I think we can get a nice ride up. Now this is all who really knows, but anytime that man speaks, the market always sells off because they're talking about inflation rates, and that has a big impact. If inflation goes up, technology companies are going to sell off, and it always goes like that. So we'll keep an eye on it for tomorrow. I just wanted to bring it up. I think it's something good to mention and just keep you aware of. And another stock that I was just looking at was Lucid. And I don't want to, talk bad about the company, but I mean, we look at the overall outlook over the last 6 months, they really sold off from highs of 70 down to 25. But they just had their earnings and they got killed. They didn't do well. They missed earnings, they missed revenue, and their guidance is lower. So if you're playing Lucid, I would not be a buyer at these prices. And I know it sounds wild, but you want to wait till like $18, $17 for a swing trade pop. Because look at $21, they got a pop over there. They went to 21 here, and then they popped up. But that's why I'm talking about them right here. Just wanted to bring this up as well. Lucid would be support around that $17 to $18 range. And I definitely think it's something worth mentioning. So just keep an eye out for it, but I would not be a buyer at these levels at 25. And you really got to believe in this company, because they've only sold like 7 cars, and everybody thinks that they're going to, be the next Tesla, which is, it took Tesla years to get to where they're at. And now people that own them at those cheap prices back in the day are really reaping the rewards. But there's probably only going to be one Tesla. But who am I to really say that? And just looking at the overall market, I mean, the market's weak right now. The market's been selling off. And the only guys that really hold them up are Apple, Tesla, and Amazon. So, bounced right off that 200 EMA at 153. So just something to keep in mind that I don't think the market's going to crash or anything like that, but I just think you should be aware and be looking out, because this was our correction. I mean, we went from 405 down to 320. I mean, that's like almost 25%. That's huge. stinks if you're a bag holder up here. You can maybe average down, but I do believe this is a good area to start accumulating, but don't be fooled. This is a bearish market. It's making lower lows and lower highs. So sold off here from 340 up to 365, back down to 320. Now it's at 340, so we'll see where it goes here. But it's got to break 360 to be a true bullish contender and be like, oh, I'm going to buy up here and hold. So for now, I'm going to keep trying to buy the dips and trying to keep getting swings on them and try to make gains. But that's my game plan for tomorrow. I just wanted to keep you aware. Something to look out for.